Namaskar, friends. Today we are going to see the importance of the user manual. How the user manual is absolutely essential. Friends, people buy car for three different criteria. Somebody buys the car as they have a budget constraint, all right? Somebody wants a performance, like a race car and all. Some people buy for the purpose of status. They want to show their status. So by and large, these are the important criteria people will look at it. Safety, whenever there is an accident, how safe you are, how reliable it is, so how it is giving you the reliability, and ease of operation. It's not a complicated stuff. Then, of course, performance, features, and comfort is also important. They look at how comfort it is. Price of the vehicle and maintenance cost, of course. Some of them are not bothered, maintenance cost. Look at the lowest car is available Bajaj, 2.5 lakhs, right? Another car I just come to know, Bugatti Veyron. It's a race car, so I understand it is costing 12 crores in Delhi. And there is another car I see, costliest car is some 28 million, mind-boggling price. That could be a status car. All of them, suppose the higher the cost, you have better performance, better features, better comfort, and safety, reliability, all of them, right? Then, of course, one more point, serviceability. Is the service available in and around? And is it eco-friendly and all that? At the end of the day, you will be the manufacturer is providing a user manual. So it shows how to use the vehicle and how do you maintain the vehicle. See, the manufacturer will tell it's do you have to put petrol or diesel, very specific. What type of oil you have to put in the engine, what type of brake oil, what type of coolant, right? Similarly, he will also tell you what sort of maintenance you have to do. So after how many hours you have to change the filters, change the oil, things like it. So once anybody is following these manufacturer's instructions, definitely the performance of the vehicle will be much better, right? Now, look at the human body has, what are the capability it has? It has a self-cleaning and self-healing capability. It's an amazing, amazing instrument we have. I can say our body. And it has a tenure of up to 120 years it can survive. Price is a free gift from the God and parents. So do we have a manual for this? Are we maintaining the body as per its design? Are we doing the regular, required things or not? So we'll just examine this, friends. The importance of user manual. Whereas in a small gadget also if you buy, you get a manual so that you can operate it well, you can understand its feature, take full mileage of it out of it. But whereas for a human, when a child is born, there is no manual coming out of it. So we are learning on our own. So how do we learn this? See, look at the health. See, a lot of people follow the successful diet. There are about 6, 7 successful diets I have listed out. If anybody is following these diets or lifestyle, they're healthy. Look, what is the best I could say, Dr. Mantina's lifestyle. An amazing thing. He done lakhs of people have benefited by following this particular lifestyle, Dr. Mantina's. And there's something called VRK diet. He's another great guy. Veeramachari Ramakrishna is doing an amazing job for people to get rid of obesity, diabetes, and all that. Another is Dr. Dikshit diet. He's another amazing person, free of cost. Lakhs of people are benefiting. This is a simple technique, right? There's another person called Mr. Chandramouli. He's a teacher. He's doing an amazing job. It's called Common Man Diet. Then most of us, new diet system, right? Dr. B.V. Chauhan is an amazing thing. This is the few methodology what they follow. We'll not go into the details. Intermittent fasting, most of us, 16 by 8, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating, and one meal a day. This is a little Western approach, and then you're finding all the benefits. What it requires, friends, look at there are certain things. Somebody says only vegetarian food, somebody says you can have non-vegetarian, different approaches, but most of them are giving the best results to many, many people. Success rate, in my opinion, is about 80-90%. Right? What it requires? It requires discipline. It requires following the instructions day in and day out. Now, some people look at it, friends. People nowadays, they can see a lot of YouTube videos are available, and look at the absurd videos which are available in the YouTube. See, look at this 26 million views, only 2 cups of a day for a flat stomach in 1 week, right? It is, he says he lost his weight, belly fat in 7 days, 32 million people. And how to lose arm fat, specifically is targeting the arm fat only. In 7 days, 12 million. And look at the further absurdity. In 1 day, he says you can lose weight in 1 day without diet and exercise. 1.1 million. Let's look at it, one night, single night, overnight. So 15 million, 9.2, 1. So all this. You must see the height of it is this. How to lose weight in 2 hours? 700K million views, right? No, it's not 700, not just a billion. It's not a million, 700K only, right? Not million, right? So all these 9 YouTube videos have almost 100 million people have viewed it. So what are they looking for? Is it possible to do things in 1 week? Is it possible to do in one night, single night, in 2 hours? Yes, friends, in 2 hours it is possible. If a fellow is having a obese guy with a lot of belly fat and is constipated for days, if he's given an enema and he has a large bowel movement, there's a possibility of losing 3 to 4 kg weight in 2 hours. But friends, there are no shortcuts. One needs to create right conditions for a health for a minimum period of 3 to 4 months. Why I'm saying 3 to 4 months? Because the changes have to happen at cellular level to see visible health benefits and improve key health parameters. This is very essential, friends. In 1 week, 1 day, taking one this, taking that, it does not take you anywhere. There are shortcuts, may show a little performance here and there, once in a while, but it is not to be relied on. Now let's look at it, friends. What is the human requirement? If you see, there are 7 essentials for good health. If these are not there, people will not survive. Air, water, food, exercise, excretion, removal of the waste, rest, that is sleep, mind management. Because these all 7 are very essential. If you look at it, friend, is a wonderful slide. It's talking about chemical, right? Fuel. Whatever food we are giving, if you give the right food, you have, this is the positive side. If you do give the wrong food, you get insulin resistance, toxins, and drugs. Structural means physical activity. You are having a sedentary life, poor posture, trauma, and you are having a movement, means exercise, good posture, and all that. Emotional, again the same thing, friend. You are peaceful, joyful, purposeful. You are on the health side. Otherwise, you are on a negative side, right? So, friends, I wanted to show you this one. If anybody is able to maintain their sugar and insulin levels low, then that shows health and longevity. If any time the sugar levels and insulin levels are going up, that is called insulin resistance. So all the chronic diseases will happen there. There are few videos available in my channel on this. You can watch them, friends. Now, look at friends, if you ask anybody, any Tom, Dick, and Harry, no, why we are getting problems. So there are 4 major, broadly I can classify why we get diseases. One is the toxicity. Toxicity means, friends, what is not required, you are giving it to your body. Friends, remember that. What is not required, you are giving. Second is nutritional deficiency, means what is required, you are not giving it. See, you are doing, 2 things opposite. And lack of physical activity. We know all this, friends. Chronic stress, anxiety, and fear. What they can cause, friends? They can cause poor sleep. That is another major reason for the health problems. And also, this can stress and anxiety can cause a lot of bad chemicals in the body. Now, look at it, friends. I classified them into 9. One is lack of hydration. People don't drink water properly. Constipation, they are unable to go to the toilet every day, at least twice a day. Insulin resistance and pre-diabetes. This is only because of frequent eating and large of high carb foods. They can cause this problem. Inflammatory foods and stimulants, as I told you, friends, unnecessary foods like your non-vegetarian and probably these refined foods, all that, the list we'll see in the next when we see other points. Lack of nutritious food. Friends, whenever you eat cooked food, you are devoid of lot of nutrients. At least you must have one time uncooked food, natural food. We will see that in the next slides. These are the two, three critical checks, friends. B vitamin and D vitamin. I see a lot of people are having deficiency nowadays. So we need to look at that aspect where we are. Sedentary lifestyle, we have seen already. There is nobody is doing exercise. I mean, people are not doing exercise, and they're not making use of movement of the body. Lack of sleep, 7 hours sleep. If they don't have, especially in the night, they're going to get into the problem. Now, what happens is negative emotions, friends, like chronic stress, anxiety, fear, and worry. All these things what they can cause? They can cause inflammation in the body, hormonal imbalance. And then what happens when these happen? When toxins, inflammation, hormonal imbalance happens, your blood is carrying all these things to each and every cell, friends. Then the cells are becoming diseased. Cells are not performing effectively. That's how the root cause of the health problems, right? So the cells are not working efficiently. To create right conditions, you must create right conditions for a period of at least 3 to 4 months, so that the cells are getting replaced and you're getting new cells, and you're providing the right things to the cells. That's how you're going to gain the health, friend. There is no shortcut, friends. There's absolutely no shortcut. Now, now let me tell you, friends, I put it this way: user manual of your miracle body. So, what are the 12 fundamentals? So, I just give you 12 fundamentals, friends. Please pay attention. It's absolutely essential. All the 12 fundamentals, we have to make sure that it's happening every day in our day-to-day life. I'm saying create right conditions for health. Fine-tune your daily routine. Now we'll look at by one. 3 to 4 liters of water every day is a must, friends. Why? Because 2 liters of water is lost through urine, stool, sweat, and breath. So the 2 liters anyway have to be substituted, and plus another 1 to 2 liter extra is a must. 2 bowel movements, preferably in the morning, to ensure healthy color. So how to go about it? We look at it separately, friend. 40 minutes brisk walk or any game or a swimming, etc. is a must every day, right? 7 hours sleep at night, preferably between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. to coincide with your circadian rhythm. A lot of people are working nowadays with the software company, so they're losing out this advantage. Processed packaged food, animal-based food, dairy, and stimulants like alcohol, coffee, tea, they should be totally avoided or restrict to the maximum, friend. Restrict to maximum is you take very little once in a while. That's how it should be. Now, friend, this is an important thing. A lot of people say drink water. How to drink water? Many people don't know. This is a golden rule. Make a note of it. You must not drink water 20 minutes before eating food, while eating, and until 2 hours after eating food. Suppose somebody offered you water, you drank water, don't sit immediately for eating. Water should be always drunk with an empty stomach, friend. Now, the question of eating, friend. See, once a human being grows up to the age of 25, he has developed fully. After that, there is no need to eat multiple times, 3 times or multiple times. See, friends, remember when a house is under construction, you require lots of lorry loads of cement, then iron and bricks, everything. Once the house is made ready and you've done the painting and you moved in, then obviously you don't require so much of raw material. All right, friend. So you require a little for repair and maintenance also. Similarly, remember, friends, food is basically for the bodybuilding, right? And of course, it gives the energy and strength. But thing is, remember, so much of quantity of food is not required when your physical activity is very low. Now, other than water, anything else is food which spikes sugar and insulin. Lot of people of the opinion eating food means eating rice or chapati. They think having a cool drink or having a coffee, tea, or eating a small snacks here and there, they don't consider as a food. Remember, this is one of the biggest blunder people are doing, right? Anything other than water which requires digestion, once it is digested, obviously the system will absorb and you have sugar in your blood. So obviously insulin will happen. So it doesn't happen 1 or 2 days, nothing is going to happen if you're eating even 20 times a day also. But for the years together, for months and years. When you start eating like that, then you will definitely develop high sugar and high insulin, and over a period of time, high insulin resistance. Friends, you can see a few of my videos in my channel on insulin resistance. And when you're eating 2 meals a day, in between, you should not eat anything, friend. You must have only water, right? So that's how you're maintaining your sugar and insulin levels and fasting between the meals. And friends, fasting once in 15 days is excellent idea. See, that is the time you get your cleaned up. How to do the fasting? You can have some water only, or you can have some coconut water, or you have lemon and honey juice. Like that you can have. 15 days when you're well, doing that fasting is called upvas. When you are not well, you are doing the fasting that is called lankanam. See, friend, when somebody is sick, what happens when you become sick? You don't have appetite to eat. You have fever, you have cough, cold, body pains, and all that. So body is telling you to rest. Body is telling you not to eat. But unfortunately, we end up eating more and eating tablets and getting into more complications. Friends, remember even this corona time, when people are getting this initial stage, this lankanam fasting will give a great advantage. I've seen people and we follow that. Mind management, friends. See, this is another area. Barely human beings have this faculty, mind management, so that you need to manage your thoughts, manage your stress, and all those parameters. So, how to do the mind management? There are many videos. You attend a program, Isha Yoga program is one of the best to do that, and you can practice yoga, meditation, prayer, so that you keep your mind under management. Now, the 12th is basically there are, I suggested 5 blood markers, friends, absolutely essential. Absolutely essential. You do anything else or not, these 5 tests will tell you your status of health more than 80%. 80%. So these are the tests, basically fasting sugar, fasting insulin. If you do that, you can check your insulin resistance and you can check your HbA1c, that is 3 months average, and D and B12 vitamin. These I'm telling you the minimum. Now, friends, let me tell you, out of 12, 12th you keep it aside because it's only a blood test. Out of 11, I say that I am following sir 10. One I am not following. So will it be all right? You may ask me this question, right? So let me tell you, friends, out of 11, you follow 10, that means you're at 90%. Let me tell you, even then, you will not be having a good health. Say, for example, friends, you know, all of you know how we are cooking the food in the cooker. In the cooker, when you're cooking, the process you all know, you put the rice, adequate water, and then you have a proper gasket, proper lid, and a whistle, and put on the stove. And then what are you doing, friend? You are not cooking anything. You are creating the right conditions. Whomsoever creates the right conditions, you have a rice, cooked rice, excellent. Suppose out of say there are 10, 12 points are there. Let's say there are 11 points there. Out of 11 points are what? Putting the lid properly, putting the gasket properly, putting the whistle properly, switching on the stove, stopping in time, and waiting until the pressure is over. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes waiting after cooking. Then you open it, you have a good rice. Out of this 11 points, friends, suppose you have forgotten 1 point. Because out of 11, you've done 10. See, that 1 point which you have forgotten is the putting the gasket. Will your rice will be cooked? No, this time you are very conscious, you put the gasket, but you forgot the whistle. So likewise, friends, so it's necessary that all the 11 parameters have to be done. Then you can be assured of the health. And how long it has to be done? You have to do all the uh, throughout your life, right, friends? Of course, I just talked about you, friend. These 11 fundamentals will make sure that you are insulin sensitive, friend. That is the secret of your longevity, health and longevity, right? Now the question, friend, I have given you all the fundamentals, 11 fundamentals I've given. It is something like it, friend. If my wife is cooking a sambar, very delicious sambar she cooks, and I watch her doing it, and I also understand from her, and then I want to cook myself. So she was very explains to me thoroughly, and she also gives me all the ingredients, what she has used, same quantity, and she explains to me. I started making sambar, and end of the day, how do you think that sambar would be, friends? Yeah. Will it be tasty, as tasty as what my wife has made? May not be, because there is a technique, there is a that experience. Now these are all the ingredients. It's not that it is a rocket science. I'm telling friends, everybody knows you need to take water, you have to go to the toilet, you have to do the exercise, you have to sleep well, avoid the junk food. All these things are no, yeah, you have to manage your stress. This is nothing new. But why people are, despite knowing all this, are not healthy? Because they don't know how to fine tune it. What is fine tuning, friends? You all know. We had a motorcycle, two motorcycles are brought by two friends. One guy is getting a 60 kilometers per liter, another guy is getting only 40. Both are bought at the new same time. What is the problem? It is not a major problem. It's the fine tuning. You go to the service center, they tune the carburetor properly, and then you also get 60 kilometers per 1 liter. Similarly, all these ingredients are there, friend. Like as I said about cooking sambar. Now, what is the procedure? Let me explain to you, friends. Pay attention. This is the secret of your health. How do we fine tune it? How do we make sure that you take 3 to 4 liters of water every day, two bowel movements, and all that? Simplest technique, I'll tell you, friends. Whatever time you get up, preferably get up before sunrise, the best thing. You drink immediately after getting up, you drink 1 liter water. After drinking water, don't engage in any other activity. Focus on your stomach to go to the toilet. Friends, the importance of this is cannot be explained in a bigger way. Why I'm saying this, if you don't focus, you will never be able to go to the toilet. So I give a very crude example. After drinking water, you have to go to the toilet. That time there is a knock on your door and you saw that through the keyhole, you see the guard is appeared there. He wanted to talk to you. Please don't engage. Tell him that, sir, please wait. I'll come after finishing my first toilet. So why I'm saying this, the importance of it. Moment you divert your mind, you will never be able to go to the toilet. So after finishing the first toilet, you can do whatever you want, friends. You can do whatever you want, and then see that you go for a 45 minutes brisk walk after this. Once you come back from the walk, you again drink 1 liter water. Take 5 minutes rest. Drink again 1 liter water. Again, focus on your stomach. You will be able to go to the second toilet. What is the importance of going to toilets, friends? Look at it. I'll just show it to you. Look at it here. What is happening? This is the large intestine, right? And this is the transverse colon. It's the descending colon. Once you go the first time to the toilet, only this area gets cleared, friend. Only this area gets cleared. And after you go for a walk and do some exercises, because of the movement, the excretion stools which is available in this thing will move into this. And that time you drink 1 liter of water again, and this stomach, after getting filled with water, it will have a slight touching on this colon, transverse colon. It will make the movement, and you'll be able to go to the second toilet very easily. And you'll be surprised to see, despite going to the first toilet, after this second time exercise and walking and drinking 1 liter water, you'll be surprised to see that again you will be able to go to the second toilet. Right, friends? So once you finished 2 times drinking water, 1 liter, and 2 times going to the toilet, let me tell you, friend, this habit alone can ensure your health more than 50%. Then the question is eating food. So as I explained to you, friends, now here there are 2 or 3 criteria. You must eat food only when you're hungry. Remember that. Only when you're hungry is the first criteria. If you're not hungry, don't eat. If you're hungry, then eat. Now the second question comes is your convenience. I'm a retired guy. I have the liberty and freedom to eat whatever convenient time to me, right? So you find your convenient time based on your work schedule and all that, right? You can have your first meal, whatever time you want. So have your first meal, and then the second meal you can have again when you feel hungry, preferably in the evening, preferably before 7 o'clock, friends. So that's where you're having 2 meals, right? Here in this approach, there is no quantity restriction. What is the restriction? Only avoiding the inflammatory food, friends, right? So when you're eating 2 times a day, and in between what needs to be done, you should not eat anything, and you can drink water. As I explained to you, friends, the process of drinking water Don't drink 20 minutes before, while eating, and after 2 hours. Remember, friends, anything other than water is food. It could be a small piece of cashew, or it's a small coffee or tea, anything. So over a period of time, years later, you get into the problem. So avoid that. So after the first meal, wait for 2 hours, and after that, you try to finish your 1 to 2 liters water in installments. Say, for example, you had your meal at 12 o'clock in the noon. From 2 o'clock onwards, you can have a glass of water. 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, another glass. 4 o'clock, like that. Your choice. Finish 1 to 2 liters before your second meal. 20 minutes before second. That's way you can ensure. Friends, about your sleep, I don't have to tell you. Try to find try to find a way that you sleep in the night, especially after 10 p.m. and up to 5 a.m. And people are working in the night shift. They are definitely are prone to have problems. Find a way if you can change your job. If not, pay more attention. All right, friends. Now these are the, as I explained to you, these are the key parameters. Now we go. I have provided the look at, friend, uncooked food. What is uncooked food? It's a natural food. Out of two meals, your choice. You can have first meal as uncooked meal, or cooked meal, or second meal cooked meal, or uncooked meal. Your choice, your convenience. At least, friends, if you take at least one uncooked meal, natural food, you will not be deprived of any deficiencies. So find a way. If you are not able to do initially, no problem. You can have both the times cooked meal, but avoid the inflammatory foods. Look at the wonderful plates. This is what I keep eating last 8 years, most of the time. And this is a detailed approach. Whatever I explained to you, it's available. I'm not going into this. You can look at the slide and make changes. Friends, look at, you have to spend time to acquire knowledge. You can only, unless you spend time, you cannot acquire knowledge. So last 8 years, I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm reading books, and I'm doing a lot of research. And in last 8 years, I must have clocked more than 5,000 hours in learning. So I'm very keen to share whatever my knowledge to you guys within 8 days, provided you follow this approach. Friend, these are the few people who have benefited by this daily schedule, as I explained to you. Out of 11 fundamentals, all the 11 fundamentals have to be followed. If you leave one, you are bound to have one problem or other, friends. Watch out. And this is my introduction. I'm K.S. Gangeshwar Rao. I worked in Escorts Limited as a marketing head in South. And last 8 years, I am following this approach, and I was taking 11 medications. Last 8 years, I have not been taking any medication. And this is what are the benefits I have, friend. My HbA1c level has reduced. My BP, I don't have any medication with BP now. Last 8 years, no medication. My kidney stones disappeared. My weight has come down. These are the side benefits, friends. Remember that. We are not doing this for any weight loss or diabetes, for good health. Now, I have not become sick. I have not gone to the doctor last 8 years. I wish all of you to take advantage of this knowledge and spare time to learn. Friends, let me make a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. People with health issues must consult their doctor before embarking on my advice. This is what I wanted to share with friends. If you like this video, please share with your friends and look at other videos also. And I can guarantee you in about 8 days time, you can be as good as me and you can help others. Thank you very much, friends.